All right, welcome back everyone to the deep dive. Today we are talking all about movement, and get this, how much what you eat impacts like everything from recovering from those brutal workouts to getting that bend and snap flexibility.
I think about this so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how we treat food as like calories in, calories out. Really, it's like instructions telling your body how to function, how to recover.
Oh, wow.
Even how much inflammation to produce.
Okay, I'm hooked already. I'm in. So how do we get our body taking the right instructions for better, smoother, stronger movement? What do we do?
Well, you really have to understand the core building blocks, right? Your carbs, your protein, your fats.
Yeah.
But we're going a little bit deeper than just, surface level.
Okay.
Let's talk about carbs for a second. It's not just about energy, like simple energy. Think about that explosive power you need for box jumps in CrossFit.
Oh, okay.
That's carbs.
So those pre-workout snacks, like when I have like a banana with almond butter, that's not just to avoid hunger pangs, it's actually prepping my muscles.
You got it.
For that burst.
Exactly. And, the type of carbs matters too. We're talking about complex carbs, that sustained energy, not the quick sugar rush that leaves you crashing.
Right. Okay. So complex carbs, fuel. Now, what about protein? I know it's for muscle building, but how does that actually tie into movement specifically?
Well, think about it this way.
Yeah.
Every time you work out, you're creating these tiny micro tears in your muscles.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. And protein helps repair those tears.
Okay.
It rebuilds them, it strengthens them. But it's not just about size. Adequate protein also improves your muscles' ability to contract and relax.
Okay.
Which is huge for things like flexibility.
Ah.
Smooth, coordinated movement.
So if I'm like super stiff after my yoga class, maybe I need to look at upping my protein.
It's passable.
But I'm trying to eat less meat. Well, what are some good plant-based protein options out there?
There's so many options. Lentils, tofu, quinoa, even nuts and seeds can be really high in protein. And of course, there's always Greek yogurt. All
right, so we've got carbs for energy, protein for repair and function. Let's talk about the one that I feel like everyone has an opinion about. What is the real deal when it comes to fat and movement?
Fat gets such a bad rap.
I know, right?
But it's essential for healthy movement, especially for things like joint lubrication, reducing inflammation.
Well, so does that mean like butter makes you better?
Not exactly butter, but the concept is there.
Okay.
Healthy fats really play a role in keeping your joints lubricated. Think about it like oiling a squeaky hinge.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have enough healthy fats, those joints can get stiff and creaky and make those deep squats and lunges a lot harder.
Oh, that makes so much sense. And what about inflammation? I hear that word tossed around a lot. Why does inflammation actually matter for movement?
Yeah, it's your body's natural response to injury or stress. And in the short term, it's a good thing. It helps your body heal. But when inflammation becomes chronic, that's when it leads to pain, stiffness, limited range of motion.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You need some, but too much will really hinder your movement.
Exactly.
So how do we keep inflammation in check?
This is where those healthy fats come back into play. Omega-3 fatty acids, they're powerful anti-inflammatory. You can find them in salmon, flax seeds, walnuts.
Okay, I'm picturing a delicious salmon dinner, side of roasted veggies, drizzled with some good olive oil.
Yeah.
It's not just a good meal, it's like a movement-boosting powerhouse.
That's it. And don't forget avocados. They're packed with healthy fats and can actually help protect your cartilage, which is crucial for healthy joints.
Never thought about it like that. I mean, it's amazing how our food choices can really impact how our body moves and feels. Okay, so we talked about the carbs, proteins, fats. What about the when? Does timing matter when it comes to fueling for movement?
Timing is crucial, especially if you're working out regularly. Think about it this way. You wouldn't fuel up your car after you've already reached your destination, right?
Just a good point, no. So what's the optimal way to fuel our bodies before and after we exercise?
Okay, well, pre-workout fuel. You want to give your body that energy to perform at its best, but not feel weighed down.
Okay.
So aim for like a combination of complex carbs and a bit of protein, like an hour, 2 hours before you exercise.
So that banana with almond butter really is like the MVP.
Classic for a reason, right? You've got that sustained energy from the banana, bit of protein from the almond butter to help prevent muscle breakdown.
Okay.
Some other options are like Greek yogurt with berries. Maybe you slice a whole grain toast with avocado.
That makes sense. What about after a tough workout? I am always starving after I exercise.
Well, that's your body saying, hey, I need to replenish. I need to start that muscle repair process.
Okay.
So ideally, you want to eat within 30 to 60 minutes after you finish.
Okay.
And again, the protein and carbs are the winner. But you might want to adjust that ratio depending on what your goals are.
Okay, talk to me about this goal-specific tweaking.
Oh, yeah.
Does that really make a difference?
Absolutely. Let's say your goal is to build muscle and strength.
Okay.
You'll want to prioritize protein post-workout. Help those muscles recover and grow. So think like a protein shake, maybe with a scoop of greens powder,
Okay.
turkey wrap with some veggies, maybe even a glass of chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, seriously?
Surprisingly a great recovery drink.
Oh, wow.
Got that perfect ratio of protein to carbs. It's easy to digest. And I mean, who doesn't love a little chocolate after they work out?
True. Very true. Okay, now what if my goal is more about flexibility? Like I want to get deeper into those yoga poses. Does that change things?
Still want that protein for repair.
Right.
But you might shift the focus a little bit more towards foods that are going to reduce that inflammation, support your joint health.
Okay.
So like a smoothie with berries and spinach, or a salad with grilled chicken or tofu, maybe sprinkle on some nuts and seeds.
So it's all about just like fine-tuning
Exactly.
the ratios based on what your body needs.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, but let's get real. Sometimes you're rushing from work to the gym. There is no time for like a full meal.
Right.
What are some quick, easy, on-the-go options?
Good question. A handful of trail mix.
Okay.
That's a good one. Gives you protein, carbs, healthy fats. Or you could just keep a protein bar in your bag. Just make sure it's one that's got minimal sugar,
Right.
decent amount of fiber.
These are good tips. I'm definitely going to start packing some emergency snacks. Okay, what about the slip-ups? We all have those days where we're like, forget it, I'm ordering takeout, or we have that extra dessert.
Yeah.
Does one off-plan meal really sabotage all your efforts?
No, don't beat yourself up about it.
Okay.
One meal isn't going to derail your progress. It's about that consistency over time.
Okay.
Just make healthy choices most of the time. And if you have an indulgence, enjoy it. Be mindful.
Right.
And get back on track with your next meal.
That is reassuring. Okay, good to know. It's all about balance, right? Not being too restrictive.
Yes.
Speaking of balance, our source also goes into some common nutrition pitfalls that can really hinder those movement goals. What are some of the big ones? What are the biggest mistakes people make?
One of the most common is just not eating enough,
Really?
especially if you're really active. Food is fuel.
Okay.
If you're not giving your body enough of it,
Yeah.
you're going to run out of energy, literally.
Okay.
Another one is relying too much on processed foods.
Okay.
Convenient, yes,
Right.
but empty calories. Unhealthy fats, added sugar,
Not good.
which all contribute to inflammation. Make you feel sluggish.
Okay, so we're not skipping meals.
No.
We're limiting processed foods.
Yeah.
What about hydration? I know it's important, but how does it tie into movement specifically?
Think of your joints like a sponge.
Okay.
When you're hydrated, that sponge is nice and plump, moves smoothly, right? But when you're dehydrated,
Yeah.
it gets dry and brittle,
Oh.
which leads to stiffness, discomfort.
Right.
Plus, water helps transport those nutrients to your muscles,
Right.
flush out waste products,
Okay.
which is all important for recovery.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm going to drink more water throughout the day. Any tips for making sure I stay hydrated?
Keep a water bottle with you.
Okay.
Sip on it all day long.
Okay.
You can even add some fruit or cucumber to it for a little flavor.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And here's a pro tip. If you're feeling hungry, try drinking a glass of water first,
Okay.
because sometimes we mix up thirst with hunger.
That's a good tip because I am so guilty of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. It seems like the big takeaway is that what we eat really can have a huge impact on how we move, how we feel, how we perform.
Yes.
But before we wrap up, I have one final thought for you all to think about. You know, we always talk about fitness goals and nutrition goals as if they're these separate things, but this deep dive is really showing how much they're hand in hand.
Yeah.
Your nutrition fuels your movement, and then the way you move influences what your nutritional needs are.
Right.
Like if you're pushing yourself at the gym, but not giving your body what it needs,
Yeah.
you're not going to see the results you want.
It's like trying to build a house without any bricks.
Exactly.
You need those foundational nutrients
Yes,
to
yeah.
support those movement goals.
Absolutely.
Whether it's strength, flexibility, endurance, whatever it is you're working on.
And it's more than performance, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's injury prevention. It's recovery.
Okay.
Like if your muscles are properly fueled, your joints are lubricated, you're less likely to be in pain,
Right.
have stiffness and all that.
So good nutrition is like
Yeah,
giving our bodies the VIP treatment
for sure.
so they can move better, feel better, recover faster.
Yeah,
But it can be overwhelming. There's just so much info out there.
it really is.
So if our listener could focus on just one thing to improve their nutrition for movement, what would it be?
That's a tough one because it really is so individualized.
Right? But if I had to pick just one thing to say, it would be to prioritize whole, unprocessed foods.
Okay, so trading those packaged snacks
Yes.
for like a handful of nuts, a piece of fruit.
Exactly. Focus on foods in their natural state.
Okay.
Fruits, veggies, lean proteins, healthy fats.
I like that. So simple.
Yeah.
Powerful, right?
Keep it simple.
And it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
No.
It's about those little changes.
Gradual changes.
Finding what works for you.
Absolutely. Every little step you take is a step in the right direction.
I love that. It's about progress, not perfection.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're fueling your body to move well, feel good, and achieve your goals.
This has been such a great deep dive. I'm feeling inspired to make some changes.
Me too.
In my own nutrition to support my movement journey.
That's what it's all about.
Thanks for being here with us on this journey
Of course.
into the world of nutrition for movement. Don't forget to check out the show notes for links to the full episode and other helpful resources.
Until next time, keep moving, keep nourishing, and keep exploring your full potential.